What is up everyone, Movie Man back again with another Movie Talk Weekly. This is just me talking about all the movie news from the past week or so, or should I say the past 2 weeks or so, because I didn't do a video last week and I do apologise for that, but there was only really 2 stories to go with, so I have threw them into this week's movie news, and it's been a little bit hectic in the movie universe the past few days, so all will be revealed in a little moment. So we have got plenty to talk about, don't worry. However, I just want to give a couple of shout outs, mainly, one channel that I haven't given a shout out to before, and this is my friend Stephen, whose channel is called Sequel Media. Now, he only started it last week, and he's going to get a guest on every week. Well, he's planning for every week, or every time he's going to have a new guest on anyway. And he's going to have basically that person talking about their favourite piece of media. So it could be your favourite video game, your favourite movie, whatever. And I was his first guest, and we did talk about the movie RoboCop, because it's my favourite movie of all time. And it's about like a half-an-hour video, so I will leave the link to his channel down below. Please do subscribe to him. I predict a bright future for his podcast/YouTube channel. You know, he's sort of making it like podcast style, but it is on YouTube, so please do subscribe to him. It would mean the world to me, and help him out. And maybe if you're in the comments now and again, he might get you on the channel. So there you go. And I just want to give another big shout out to my friend Carl. I've spoke about Carl plenty of times on the channel, but he done a competition last week. His channel is called Carlini09, and it was really tense watching this competition video, because he's pulling everyone's name out the hat, and the top 3 people were going to win a prize. And I was in the top 3, so I won a £25 Amazon voucher. So Carl, thank you so much for that. It's really appreciated. I kind of felt bad taking it off you, but thank you so much. Carl's channel is amazing, and his link will be down below as well. Please check out both of them channels and subscribe. It would mean the world to me and to them, so thank you so much. But let's just get on to the movie news. So some sad news to start with, really, and you all probably know this by now, but I had to mention it. David Prowse sadly left us at the age of 85 just a week or so ago, and he obviously, we all know, played Darth Vader, everyone's favourite movie villain back in the 70s and the 80s, and today it's still a lot of people's favourite movie villain, the man behind the mask. And yeah, screen legend, screen icon, really, isn't he? Let's be honest. He was also known as a bodybuilder, and it kind of shows in A Clockwork Orange. You can see how big that guy is. If you don't recall, really, he's the older couple's sort of bodyguard after Alex terrorised them years before. So David will be sadly missed, and all I can say is rest in peace, David Prowse. So I thought I'd start with this one, and this is the pairing of HBO Max, a streaming service in the US, pairing up with Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers are going to release all their 2021 movies on this streaming service. Now, I didn't quite know what to think when I first seen this. When I first seen it, I obviously thought death of cinema, like a lot of people have. But the more I think about it, I can see both sides of this. Now, I don't think it's going to be the death of cinema at all, to be honest. But what I do think it will help is Warner Brothers make more movies, because they want to get their releases out, and they don't want to delay their movies any longer. Wonder Woman 84 is set to be released next week here in the UK, and the 25th of December on HBO Max in the US, and in select cinemas over there. So they're getting the boat moving now, and they've probably got upcoming projects that they want to get involved with, and get filmmakers back making films and stuff. So it is understandable. It is supposedly only for a year. However, I don't think this will be the case. I do think this will just carry on being a thing from now on, and I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix go and team up with Universal or something. But however, this might not be the case, because Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve, I hope I'm saying that correctly, I always get his name wrong, the new Dune director, have both come out and slammed the Warner Brothers for doing this. Now, I think this may stop directors sort of working with Warner Brothers. They don't seem too happy about it, because they're the type of filmmakers that want to see their movies made on the big screen. Tenet was absolutely amazing at the cinema. I don't think it would have had the same effect if I just streamed it on 4K. As good as it will look, it's not going to be that cinema experience, and it's going to be the same for Dune. You know, The Matrix 4 is another one that I want to see at the cinema, but that is set to be released next December on HBO Max. So, yeah, it's kind of a two-ended sword, if you like, because I can see one side of it, but I can see another side of it where cinemas might miss out. Now, I've seen a couple of videos like Chris Stuckman and stuff saying this will actually, you know, maybe help cinemas if they don't have to take so much of, if the movie studios don't have to take so much, you know, away from the cinema. So greed always takes over in the end though, doesn't it? So I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. I cannot predict the future, but it is an interesting concept. Now, we don't have HBO Max over here, like I said. However, I would not be surprised if Sky Cinema or something, or Sky, you know, Sky are like sort of in partner with HBO Max, I believe, because Sky Atlantic were getting Game of Thrones while it was a HBO original series. So, or I believe it was an original series, but it went to HBO anyway. So Sky were getting the Game of Thrones over here. So Sky might get a few of these movies. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe Netflix will snap it up or something. I just don't know. I don't know how it's going to work over here, but in the US, this is how it's going to work. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But HBO Max teaming up with Warner Brothers. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and I will get back to you all, and maybe we can have some interesting points to discuss there. Okay, so everyone the last few days has been going nuts over the Spider-Man 3 news because Alfred Molina is set to reprise his role as Dr. Octopus, who he played in Spider-Man 2, you know, all those years ago. And a few weeks ago we learned that Jamie Foxx is going to be on board as Electro, and a few weeks later we heard that Doctor Strange was going to come into the movie. So we were all thinking, is Doctor Strange going to open up these wormholes or time capsules or whatever to create this multiverse? And I think that is just a given now. A big Spider-Verse is probably going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire get on board here now, because it just all seems to be happening on the Spider-Man 3 front, doesn't it? There's lots of talk and this movie is getting built up a hell of a lot. It's kind of going to be like the animated movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, if all the Avengers on screen weren't enough, now we're starting to go into multiverses. So I know the new Flash movie is meant to be doing this with Batman, and Michael Keaton's going to be in there and stuff. So is this a thing that we might see in future? Who knows? Just before I recorded this video, Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil in a Netflix series, is also highly rumoured to be in this movie as well. So I just thought, I'm going to record this now before any more news comes, because I'll get lost and I won't know what to say. My head will explode. But it's interesting. Spider-Man 3 is set to come out late next year, so I don't know if I like this concept or I hate it, but I'm definitely interested to see it because it's kind of a bit of history in movie making, I feel. So Spider-Man 3, gonna have all sorts of characters in that one, aren't we? Now, perhaps my favourite piece of movie news this week was that Oscar Isaac is set to star in the new Metal Gear Solid movie as Solid Snake. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I am so hyped for this film. Metal Gear Solid is in my top 3 games of all time, and this story is set to follow in the footsteps of that first game. It's going to see Solid Snake breaking into a nuclear weapons facility trying to stop Foxhound, who is of course ran by Liquid Snake and Revolver Ocelot, all these great villains. So I really hope it stays true to the video game like it sounds like it's going to be, and Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake is, excuse the pun, a solid choice, I feel. Now, I know we all wanted Kurt Russell back in the day, and that would have been a great fit, but I do think that ship has sailed. Oscar Isaac is one of the best actors working today, so I'm kind of hyped. Now, Jordan Vogt Roberts, hope I'm saying that correctly, the director of Kong Skull Island, is set to direct this film. So that weren't a bad movie at all. He hasn't made many other films, but, you know, that's quite a good film, isn't it? And shows that he can direct. So I'm really hyped for this. And I do have a prediction that in a year or two's time, I do think that video game movies will have improved, and this might be the next big thing, because looking at Resident Evil coming soon, Uncharted, I do think it will be a thing of the future, and they may finally get that right. So Metal Gear Solid, Oscar Isaac, bring it on. And we are set to get a new TV series based on the Silence of the Lambs, or should I say a sequel to Silence of the Lambs. This is going to take place a year after that film, and this TV show is going to be called Clarice. Now, Rebecca Breeds is set to play Agent Starling, and I haven't really seen her in much, but going by images I've seen of her, she sort of fits the bill, and it's going to show the character coming back into the field a year after those events of that movie, and investigating murders and stuff. And the trailer didn't give too much away. It was more of a teaser trailer. It was like a minute long, and it just uses some imagery from the film. Not actual imagery, but the same type, you know, with like moths flying everywhere and stuff. Didn't give it too much away, and I wasn't exactly blown away by this trailer or anything, but I will leave it down below if you want to check it out. I mean, I think Hannibal, the TV series, was what everyone wanted, you know, season 4 of that. And there are people in the comments on that video kind of pissed off. So, yeah, I've only watched first season of Hannibal, so I'm not too bothered. And I'm quite looking forward to this, even though it didn't blow me away. I do think it might be interesting. This is coming to CBS, which is an American TV channel, I believe. I don't know what it'll be coming to here, but like I said, link down below if you want to check it out. Now, we're also getting a new Toxic Avenger movie. Peter Dinklage, who you'll know from Game of Thrones, Tyrion, is set to play the Toxic Avenger. Now, I've never seen any of these films. I believe there's quite a few of them, but I believe it's about a man who falls into a vat of toxic waste and becomes this mutant freak. However, I do think it's a bit of a spin where he's a superhero after this. I'm not quite sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Toxic Avenger fans. Bryn from Horror Hands might be able to correct me there. But, yeah, I don't know. I just know that it's coming. Now, Macon Blair is set to direct this film. He's only made one movie before, which I haven't seen. But this might be one to watch out for. It seems like it might be jumping on the superhero train, if I'm right in saying that it's kind of a superhero movie. But it'll be interesting to see. And if I do get any more on news on this, I will bring it to you. But Toxic Avenger fans might be excited about this news. Now, we also got some news on the Willow TV series, which is coming to Disney Plus. Now, I did let you guys know that this was coming about a month or two ago, and that Warwick Davis was on board as Willow Offgood. But we also got some more cast members. Now, Kaylee Spaney, who is in the Craft Legacy movie, I thought she was the best thing about that film, by the way, is set to be on board here as well. And she's part of a team of about 4 or 5 people here. And she's going to play a princess whose brother has been abducted. So I think they're off on a journey to go and find him. And we also have Ellie Bamber here, who is the chosen one. She's going to resemble Willow in the first film. It's going to echo that first film and tell a similar type of story, which kind of left me scratching my head, because if Warwick Davis is on board, then what's his role here? Maybe he's just in it for a little bit. Who knows? Or maybe he'll be going on the journey with this team. I don't know. Erin Kellyman, sorry about that, is also going to be there, and she's going to be like the best fighter on the planet, and she's going to go and fulfill her destiny. And it's not going to be an all-female cast, because we don't know who this character is going to be played by, but there is a young man who's going to resemble Mad Mardigan as well, who, you know, that Val Kilmer played him in that movie. So it looks like it's going to echo the whole of the Willow movie, but tell a slightly different type of story, but with the same type of characters. But I do wonder how Warwick Davis is going to fit into this. More as I get it, but that's all I know. They only released little details of the characters' sort of backstory, really, and what they're going to be doing in this series. But I do think it'll be interesting. Disney Plus, you know, the sky's the limit for them, I believe, especially if they start getting like all the Fox movies on there, which I do think they should do. But more on the Willow TV series as I get. Okay guys, hope you all enjoyed this week's movie news. Sorry if I did miss anything that's out there, but I think these are the stories just worth talking about, really. So if you want to subscribe, it's up to yourself. Lots more videos coming. I try to do this every week. And if you want to comment about this week's movie news, leave it down below. I will reply to every single one of you, I promise. Take it all easy, guys. I'll see you all in the next video.